What's good, guys, and welcome to another episode of Mini Football Logic. It's Zeno here. Don't mind the voice. Your boy might be a bit sick, but the show must go on, right? The show must go on. So if you hear a lot of coughing and so on and so forth, I apologize. Okay, let's just get straight into it. Argentina 3, Croatia 0. A game that a lot of people might have predicted was going to be tight because it's a World Cup semi-final. Croatia, a very solid team defensively. And, Argentina, well, maybe, they've gone through some close games as well. And it felt like, this game was going to be very hard to tell. On social media, I saw a lot of people backing Croatia, interestingly enough. But, of course, I guess Croatia have been there, done that more recently than, Barcelona in terms of getting to a World Cup final. And when the game started, it felt like Croatia were in control. They had a lot of the ball, they were controlling possession, they were having the ball plenty, but they didn't create a lot of chances, and Argentina posed a threat on the counter. And in a way, that's how the first goal came. Long ball forward, Alvarez was through, Livakovic was caught on his heels. He had to then run out towards the striker, Alvarez, and then he brought him down, of course. The rules are the rules. If that happens at any part of the pitch, it's a penalty. Funny enough, the ITV pundits thought it wasn't. I don't know if they're watching the same game. I don't really show strong opinions here, but I can't lie to you. That is a penalty. Because although Livakovic was kind of unfortunate in terms of he couldn't move from his situation, he caused the situation by himself by not coming out quickly enough and missing the ball. Because he impedes Alvarez's progress. I'm not going to explain it. Lionel Messi takes his penalty, scores. He's got 5 goals in the World Cup now, tied of Mbappe. A lot of them are pens, 3 of them are pens, but still got to score them. As we know, Messi does have his troubles, and we've seen it this tournament, in particular against Poland. He scores the penalty. And then 5 minutes later, Croatia are still caught slipping. They're still kind of whoa, okay, we've just lost the lead, even though we've had control of the game. And then Julian Alvarez, on another counter-attack, gets the ball from behind the halfway line. Just keep scoring. He bounces over challenges of Vardiol and Sosa and maybe another player, and he just puts it in. It's a brilliant individual solo goal. Of course, it required a bit of luck with the ball bouncing in his favour, but he had the composure to put the ball away past Livakovic. And before you know it, boom, 2-0 Argentina. This game is pretty much done. Croatia go from controlling the game to chasing the game. Half-time, it ends 2-0. And the game is, it's not slowly petering out, but it's petering out. Croatia have made some subs, put on Orsic. I think they put on somebody else, I just forgot who it was. And they continue to push. They pushed and pushed. But the game was perfectly in Argentina's favour because they can just hit them on the counter-attack. And so they did. Messi collects the ball almost close to the halfway line. And he does what Messi does. The guy gets the ball. He literally stops on a dime, goes again, stops, twists his body around, goes around bloody Vardiol. This is what I couldn't believe about this. Vardiol, of course, has been probably one of the best defenders in the tournament, if not the best defender this tournament. And Messi just turns him inside out. And he gets through, squeezes past him, sets up Alvarez. Alvarez puts it in. It's a ridiculous goal. Me and my bro were in shock. We couldn't believe it. It was a crazy piece of individual magic from Lionel Messi. At 35, he's still having these moments of magic, and this feels like the best World Cup campaign he's ever had. And to stop Messi in this form is impossible. It's impossible, guys. I don't know how Morocco or France are going to stop them. Stop him. The team is basically Messi, though, and usually looking at an attacking sense. If you do manage to stop Messi, then you're probably about 60% of the way there in terms of gaining a victory. But Alvarez has shown his quality throughout this tournament, especially replacing Lautaro. So there's that, and of course the midfielders have been very good. The Paul's been consistent. Paredes has done well with his coming. McAllister has been very good this tournament. I've been very impressed with him. And of course Enzo Fernandez, the youngster. But Argentina will be disappointed because this is not their MO, is it? They usually go to games and they keep it tight, keep it close, and they will have one chance, probably the whole game, and they'll score that one chance. But it just didn't go for them this match. Argentina beat them quite comfortably, in a way that a lot of people did not expect. But that's just the reality of the situation at hand, isn't it? So Argentina make the final, and Croatia make the 3rd, 4th place playoff. Let's see if Argentina can go all the way. Like I said, Messi's prophecy has to be fulfilled. no matter what people have in terms of their opinions on certain matches this tournament, the prophecy shall be fulfilled. Morocco or France in the final. Okay, we'll see how that goes, innit? Morocco, they're going to go out their game against France and play similar to how they did against Portugal and Spain, just because France are just another team that like to have the ball. Well, interestingly, sometimes they don't. But it's a different proposition for Morocco, but not a completely different one. They're going to expect to not have a lot of the ball, France to have control possession. They're going to do what they've been doing all tournament, just counter-attacking. And they've beaten Belgium, Portugal and Spain with that ability. So we'll have to just wait and see what they can cook up and what they produce. But of course, Argentina will be hoping to have Morocco in the final. But I don't know if you can really hope to have any team. This is a World Cup final. Both these teams have done remarkably well to go through. Maybe France might be who they prefer. Or at the end of the day, Morocco are going to be tough to break down. France, in the game against England, showed some openings, particularly for a man called Upamecano, as we talked about in the previous episode of the ZFL podcast. But we'll have to just wait to see how that goes. You know, if Upamecano plays, and if he does play, how solid will he be against Morocco on the counter when they come running at him? But that's a game that you think France should win, but we thought that about Portugal, Spain and even Belgium, so we'll have to just wait and see tomorrow, or should I say later on today, because the podcast will be out on the Wednesday. I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next episode of Mini Football Logic.
Mini Logic.